Hello Mayhem Makers, I'm Mindy with Quilting Mayhem, and today we're going to start our Christmas sampler for Christmas in July. So we're going to be following this pattern called Christmas Sampler, nice and simple, and we're going to just start with the cutting instructions. So pretty simple, each block is laid out in its pattern, and it goes block by block for cutting. So a lot of quilt patterns do all the cutting and then they go into the instructions. This one's a little different, so it may throw you off. It gives it per block. So I kind of went through, my biggest tips for you are going to be, I cut a strip of each size and then cut my squares as I needed them, but I kept the strips as I went through the blocks and just kept using the strips. So if I cut a 4.5 inch strip and I needed a 4.5 inch square, I cut that out, set that strip aside, and waited to use it again further on in the other blocks. So then again, if I needed another 4.5 square or 4.5 by 8.5, I had a strip ready to go. So a little different. Everybody has a different way of doing the cutting, but we're not using the strip ruler this time because it's just not a lot of strips that are consistent. So for this, you'll need more of your 6.5 by 12.5 ruler. And then when I get to the smaller stuff and actually making the blocks, this is my go-to, the 3.5 by 6.5 by Creative Grids, because I can have it right at my sewing station and it's not big and bulky for when I'm doing my trimming and those kinds of things. My other tip for you in this whole kind of prep week, as I call it, is Ziploc baggies. These are my friends. I have just little, these are snack size or sandwich size, and then I label them what they are. So week 1, I have bird, 2, holly, and I just keep going for this entire quilt. Now, depending how you are, you might like cutting your fabric all the way through first and then get ready to sew, or you may want to just do 1 week at a time, cut your fabric, do your block, and then wait until I do the next tutorial. Once again, that comes down to personal preference. I just, at least for this project, wanted to make sure I had all my fabric ready to go. I didn't run out of anything, I didn't miscut anything, or if I did, I'm ready for when I go to do the block to find those problems instead of stressing at the time of sewing. So just some different things for this time. The sampler's a little different. I love it though, it's super adorable. And I'm excited to do these blocks because they're all so cute. You have 6 different weeks we're going to do, and so each week we will have different blocks that we focus on. So that's really all for this week. Just start doing some cutting, get ready. If you only want to do the first week, get ready for the bird, because that's what we're going to do next week. You do that or cut it all and be ready for the entire sew along. Up to you, but I'm excited to get going, so go get ready. We'll see you next week. Happy sewing.